Have you ever witnessed a moment so simple, yet so powerful, that it changed everything fans believed about two people? That's exactly what just happened with Zhou and Cheng Lei. For months, whispers followed them. From secret glances behind the cameras, to subtle smiles that felt too real to be just acting. But last night, in one unguarded moment, the walls finally came down, because Zhou and Cheng Lei hugged in public. And it wasn't just any hug. It was the kind of embrace that said, "No more hiding. This is real." It all began at an awards ceremony. The hall glittered with lights, celebrities in stunning gowns and sharp suits filled the room. Fans waited outside for hours just to catch a glimpse. But no one expected the surprise that was about to unfold. Zhou, dressed in an elegant white gown, walked the red carpet with her usual grace. Cheng Lei arrived shortly after, looking effortlessly charismatic in a classic black tuxedo. The crowd cheered for each of them. But when their paths crossed, something shifted in the air. For a split second, their eyes met. And in that instant, it was as if the noise of the world faded away. During the ceremony, both of them sat at separate tables. But the cameras were sharp. Every time the lens drifted toward Zhou, fans noticed her gaze moving, always in the same direction, always toward Cheng Lei. And when Cheng Lei laughed with his co-stars, Zhou's lips curved ever so slightly, as though she couldn't stop herself from smiling too. The tension built slowly, like a story unfolding on its own. But then came the moment no one saw coming. As the evening drew to a close, the hosts called Zhou on stage to present an award. Her confidence radiated under the spotlight, yet her voice carried a softness that charmed the entire hall. When she stepped down, applause filled the room. And waiting for her near the edge of the stage was Cheng Lei. He didn't hesitate. He didn't overthink. He simply opened his arms. And she walked straight into them. The crowd gasped. The cameras zoomed in. And for a heartbeat, the entire hall froze. Because this wasn't a casual friendly hug. It wasn't a staged moment for the cameras. This was something deeper. Her arms wrapped around him as though she had been waiting for this for far too long. His hand rested gently on her back, protective and sure. And when they pulled back, their eyes lingered, their smiles unguarded. Fans online lost their minds instantly. Clips spread like wildfire across every social media platform. One fan tweeted, "Tell me that hug wasn't real. I dare you." Another wrote, "I knew it. I knew there was something between them. This proves everything." Within minutes, the hashtag #ZhouChengLei trended worldwide. The embrace was replayed, slowed down, zoomed in. Every detail analyzed like a precious secret finally revealed. But what made it so unforgettable wasn't just the hug itself. It was the way it broke the silence. For so long, Zhou and Cheng Lei avoided the rumors. They gave polite interviews, laughed off questions, and let the world guess. But that hug? It was louder than any denial. Stronger than any rumor. It was an answer. Maybe. It was also a promise. Because when Zhou left the stage, Cheng Lei walked beside her. Not behind. Not at a distance. Beside her. As though to say, "This is where I belong." Backstage, whispers swirled. Some crew members smiled knowingly, as if they had seen the bond long before the rest of the world. Others were stunned, replaying the moment over and over in disbelief. But for the fans watching, it felt like history. Like witnessing the first chapter of a love story finally written in ink instead of whispers. Later that night, paparazzi cameras caught something even more telling. As Zhou and Cheng Lei left the venue, they didn't part ways immediately. Instead, they lingered by the car, talking softly, almost forgetting the flashing cameras around them. And then, she reached for his arm. Not in a dramatic way, not for show, but in a small, gentle gesture that spoke volumes. And he let her hand stay there, without a second thought. Fans couldn't believe it. Was this the moment they finally went public? Or was it simply two people too caught up in the moment to pretend anymore? Either way, it was enough. Enough to send waves of excitement across fandom spaces. Enough to convince even the skeptics. Enough to remind everyone that love, no matter how hard you try to hide it, eventually finds a way to reveal itself. The next morning, entertainment headlines exploded. Zhou Yi and Cheng Lei. Public hug sparks dating rumors. Are they finally together? The hug that broke the internet. And with every headline, with every replay of the video, one truth became harder and harder to deny. That hug wasn't acting. That hug was real. For fans who had been rooting for them since their first on-screen pairing, it felt like a dream come true. They remembered the way Zhou Yi once laughed shyly beside him in interviews. They remembered the way Cheng Lei always seemed more protective when she was around. All those little moments, now stitched together into something undeniable. Maybe, just maybe, this was only the beginning. Because love, once revealed, rarely retreats back into hiding. So what happens next? Will they finally confirm their relationship? Will we see them walk hand in hand in public, no longer holding back? Or will they continue to let their actions speak louder than words, leaving fans to piece together the puzzle? One thing is certain. That hug changed everything. And from this moment forward, Zhou Yi and Cheng Lei's story will never be the same. No more whispers. No more speculation. No more hiding. Just two hearts, finally unafraid to meet in the open. And one unforgettable embrace that the world will never forget. The hug itself only lasted a few seconds. But for the fans, it felt like time had slowed down. Every flutter of her eyelashes, every shift of his hand on her back, every millisecond of closeness, was recorded in their minds like a reel they would replay forever. Some held their breath, afraid to blink and miss it. Others gasped audibly, their voices trembling with a mix of shock and joy. And then, when they finally pulled apart, their eyes lingered on each other for a beat too long. It wasn't the awkward glance of two colleagues. It wasn't the polite smile of distant friends. It was something more, something undeniable. Later that night, as photos of the hug flooded the internet, the debate began. Some fans typed furiously, "This is it. They're finally confirming it." Others were more cautious. Maybe it was just a friendly hug. Maybe we're reading too much into it. But then came the screenshots. Close-ups of Zhou Yi's expression. Zoomed-in captures of Cheng Lei's hand, steady on her waist. Side angles where their smiles couldn't be explained away as just polite. One fan even wrote, "I've been shipping them for years, but this isn't shipping anymore. This is reality." The news outlets couldn't resist either. Articles popped up within hours. Zhou Yi and Cheng Lei break the internet with public hug. From rumors to reality, are they the new power couple? No more